slightest chance of changing the path in which our world is taking slow. It makes sense that the smallest little voice can make the loudest noise. And if they try to tell me my own fate, I'll turn it around, won't hesitate. What's the point of tomorrow if it's a future missing you?
Bring it on, cause I'm just gonna grow up in the battle A. Gonna let the darkness keep on burning my fire. Ain't nobody gonna stop me. I gotta stop this nightmare, because I'm dreaming of my future. Past, future, present, it's the world that we live in. I ain't scared of my past, because tomorrow keeps approaching fast and screaming out from my pride.
Now I need you to wipe away your tears. The time has come to face your fears. To know
I'm never falling down, I'll keep on sailing. Now this is my destiny.
defy the world to make you smile. If it keeps you What's going on, everybody? And I'd like to welcome you back to Wednesday. It's time for some Platinum CCS action as we got TA Tropics taking on Dorado Gaming Omega today. I'm Rye Chains, joined by Glacial. How you doing today?
Doing all right, man. Thanks for bringing me on. We got an exciting match today. Dorado Omega, the big dogs of Group A so far, haven't dropped a series yet. Versus Tia Tropics, who are still looking for their first win. So we'll see if they're able to do that in this game. Yeah, back to you.
Yeah, we will see what happens as the bands are coming through here. Diana and Ari, the first two taken off the table. And Tia Tropics would like to catch a big upset here. You talked about Dorado being the powerhouses of this group, and I think we saw. I think you guys played TA Tropics on stream the other day or a few weeks ago, right?
Yeah, we've played both of these teams. Both games were streamed. And yeah, we had a much rougher time against Omega. We played against them in week 1. Our team's changed a lot since then, but overall they've kept their momentum up. They're still looking strong. They were brought to 3 games by Undying Tyrants, but they were able to close out that series. So they've dropped some games here and there. They're not totally invincible, so I think TA Tropics, they could definitely be looking to pick up a game here in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we'll have to see what happens as we get onto the Rift. But the next band's coming out, Draven and Kindred by TA Tropics. Wukong, the second band for Dorado. And their third one should be coming shortly as looks like Lulu taken away. So, I think pretty heavy power picks coming out in both of these bands here with the Lulu, the Wukong. Diana's super good in the jungle right now. And then, a couple target bans here trying to take away the pool of Joker and Stunna. So we'll see what TA wants the first pick here. Still a lot of power picks, and Sivir is one of them.
So I do want to mention that I believe the patch is live. So as of today, Sivir actually received a pretty big cut as far as their power goes. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick just to see exactly what they did. They took down some of her attack damage growth. Her spell shield cooldown's up by a few seconds now, and then also have a higher ulti cooldown, so just less safety in that regard. I'm not sure if it's still like the B1 powerhouse pick that maybe it was in these last couple patches. We'll have to see. The Misfortune answer comes out. That's something that I do like to see into Sivir. With the E, you can really hard outrange Sivir. It's very hard for her to play the fights, and the R as well. She does have a big strength over that. She can win the lane. She can outscale. So good pick up there. Good answer. And the Lilia as well. The sleep combo is one of those more popular combos. You can put everyone to sleep with the Lilia. Misfortune R won't wake them up, or her E. So you can get a huge teamfight wombo combo. I like this one too, coming out from Dorado already.
Yeah, and Lilia is another champ that was affected by this patch that came out today or last night, I guess. And it actually helps out on that jungle clear, so a little bit extra passive damage to the monsters, which means Lilia will be clearing a bit quicker than we've seen before, and that should allow Lilia to be a little bit more active in the early game. But if you want to cut out the activeness, you pick the Poppy, and TA Tropics is going to be going for that one, and I assume that'll be in the jungle.
Yeah, Poppy's just been one of the powerhouse picks for a while in the jungle. Very solid, very active jungle, and then also has a really good matchup in a lot of the stuff that people have been picking up, denying the engage, and a really powerful ulti that can be used in so many different ways. I'm actually not too sure how much I like it into the Lilia from Stunna, because Lilia is known as one of those like more skirmishy style champions who actually match up pretty well into the Poppy. She has the damage, the healing to be able to beat her in the 1v1, can outpace her, can out-team fight her, outscale her, so I'm interested to see how they use that pick. More of an early game focus there. And then Seraphine coming out. So Seraphine, really hard scaling champion, the huge team fighting ultimates, but can be pretty weak in lane. So I want to see how Dorado further punish this. They're saving the support for 4-5, so they're probably looking for something strong for Hoshi. And the Silas pickup as well, Blind. I think Silas is in a really good spot right now, so picking that up for Scruff, I believe. Really solid champion. Very, very powerful, especially when you can get in those skirmishes, get in those team fights. And he has a
Yeah.
lot of good ultimates to take so far, especially with the Seraphine being out there.
And last week we actually saw the Silas blinded as well. And it was blinded to pretty, with great effectiveness. So we'll have to see what Dorado can do if they can match up to, I believe it was Rutledge last week who was playing the Silas. But Rutledge. So we'll see. First band's coming out here. That missed band from Dorado is Vex, and then Aatrox is going to be the next taken off the table here. And when you do pick a solo laner for Red 3, you kind of expect to see bands coming in, cover bands, to make sure that this blind pick is not going to be punished. You know what I mean? So that's why we're seeing mid lane bands from Dorado come through here, Vex. And then I assume it'll be one more. I don't think that they'll really try to pinch any other pool.
I could see them maybe going for Nico. Yep, the Nico.
Yeah, there's the
Nico. It's one of Hadio's, the TA mid laners, most known champions. He played it a lot in the last season of CCS when he was playing on TA Knight, and it has a pretty decent matchup in the Silas. But yeah, just taking away some of his comforts there. We'll see what they end up going for. Hadio known for his more like roaming style centric of sort of style of play there. So
yeah,
see what they end up doing.
Last ban, gonna be the Nautilus taken away there, cutting down that support pool. And I think Misfortune Nautilus is a pretty solid lane. You have a lot of CC and follow-up damage and just lockdown, so that Misfortune can, reign over the rest of the target. But Trundle is the 4 pick for Dorado, and this is a classic pick into the Poppy.
Yeah, that's interesting because I think both Lilia and Trundle can be flexed around. If I had to guess here, I know Stunna, he likes to play. Usually, he's like to play the Lilia in the past, and I know Dalton, Harmonica God, seems like the kind of person who'd be picking up that Trundle there. So just having being able to absolutely melt that tank there, it's a pretty good interaction to have. They're saving the 5th pick for their support there, Hoshi. So Nautilus has been the way. I want to see what else they go for to try and continue to punish this bot lane, because it's a very weak lane, very hard scaling lane. So definitely Dorado are going to want to look to try and clamp down on that.
Yeah, absolutely. And Karma is the 5th pick for TA. So I assume that means that the Seraphine is going to be going mid into the Silas, but I can't imagine that that's too good.
I think Karma's a better matchup just because she doesn't really have a
Yeah.
She can punish, she can bully a little bit harder, and doesn't have the same ultimates. So I think it's actually mostly used as just one of those decent Silas matchups.
Oh wait, is it Silas support?
Oh, that'd be a spicy one. I think it might just be.
Okay, wait.
It could be Trundle support as well.
Trundle support.
Interesting. Both of those picks are stuff that has been good in the past. I think Silas support has been somewhat rising in priority. I've seen it here and there. It's not like a totally bad pick if you're into a team with a whole bunch of good ultimates. You want to scrap early. That's a good pick you can go for. Trundle as well. You can just throw down the pillar on the immobile carries. Your team runs them down. It's pretty fun. So I'm interested to see where they end up flexing all these picks here. Gangplank picked up in the last spot there for Harmonica God.
Yeah, so Gangplank and is the last pick for Dorado. I think it is going to be, I think, and we're getting confirmation in the chat that it's Silas support. I don't know. We'll see what happens about that. I don't know if I believe that yet. But,
that's actually, I think that's going to be the Gangplank mid then. That's a Scruff special.
Yeah.
As well. So he's probably going to be taking that, flexing it around. Kind of. That's the kind of pick he pops off on. I've seen games where he's dropping 17, 20 kills on it. So we'll see what he's able to do. It's definitely one of his pocket specialties there. Excited to see that brought out in this one.
I think it's a really good pick as well. I mean, neither Seraphine or Karma is really going to be able to punish the Zillion. And I mean, the Gangplank. And I think the only way that Gangplank actually can be shut down is if Poppy is just like, if he's overextending and if Poppy's just like repeat ganking. And I don't expect either of those things to happen really, especially just because I don't think that, the Gangplank is ever going to be in that position. But either way, I mean, I guess looking at these team compositions here, you kind of see what Dorado wants to do. They have a lot of AoE. They want to play for team fights, and then they also have Trundle in the side lane if they need it. And then also can take away from those big resistances from the Poppy. So I think they do have a nice little team composition drafted up here.
Yeah, and from the side of TA, normally I'd like to see a facilitator style jungle paired up with a bit stronger laners, a bit more damage on their team, because with the Karma and the Seraphine, it might be lacking a bit. They have a really mediocre early game, especially on that bot half of the map. I want to see how they end up playing through this Camille counter pick in the top lane. If they're able to actually get that ahead and get that around the map, that might be something that TA wants to look for in this game.
Yeah, and I mean, do you have any ideas on this Camille versus Trundle matchup?
Well, I'm not a top lane, so it's hard for me to say. I think Camille, probably does fine if I had to guess. She can usually take the short trades against the Trundle. Very safe, very hard to gank top as well. So,
it looks like Trundle's 52% win rate in the matchup.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it's hard for me to say anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know either.
Both of us are ball laners, right? So not quite our area of expertise, but
yeah, we don't. Who cares about the top side, dude? That's an island. We don't look there. We don't even go there for vacation.
Yeah, I'm
But either
interested
way,
to see how they end up piloting that. I believe it's that Jared in the top lane for
yeah, Jared.
Yeah. So I know a lot of these players are they're swapping around a little bit. And I think, so I'm not too sure what the Tia Top's level of the expertise is on the Camille. He doesn't really play that lane in solo queue too much. He doesn't play solo queue too much in general, so kind of hard to scout that way. But excited to see what they do here for sure.
Yeah, and then just before we throw it to a break here, I do want to highlight the Sylas ultimates that are on the table here. And I think the most impactful one is probably going to be that Seraphine ultimate. The Encore is just a super big ulti that you can take away and has the potential to just increase this teamfight prowess that Dorado actually has. I guess Sivir ulti's all right. You get move speed, you want to run at them, and I don't know. I mean, I think those are the two main ultis that we're going to be seeing get taken away here. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, something like that. I'm surprised to see them actually putting the Seraphine mid against the Gangplank. It might match up a little bit better than the Karma, but I guess just trying to keep that ultimate out of Sylas's hands in the laning phase. But yeah, outside of that, Seraphine, such a powerful ultimate. If he can get his hands on that in team fights, that's definitely what they're going to want to look for if they can get that off with the Lilia, the Gangplank, the Misfortune. So much AoE damage on their team. So I'm excited to see what they're able to do with that.
Yes, and we will see shortly. But first, want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, ProComps. ProComps is the first of its kind drafting tool aimed for competitive and solo queue play. ProComps allows the users live feedback and analysis on drafting, giving them recommendations on picks, notes on matchups, and analysis on the enemy team's win cons. These features allow the user to gain an edge on their opponent and improve their drafting skills. It sounds good, but what sounds better? You can use the code CCS for 50% off of your first 3 months of ProComps. So go get ProComps. Do what you got to do. We'll be back in a couple minutes for game 1 between TA Tropics and Dorado Gaming Omega.
You don't want to miss it.
And we are on to the riff for game number 1 between TA Tropics and Dorado Gaming Omega. On the blue side, we got TA Tropics for game number 1. Jared's on the community. Oh, wait. Hold on. We had 5-minute invade coming through from Dorado.
Can they find Jared's here?
I don't think so. I think he's too far.
Yeah, spotted out in the river there. But taking control of this top side, always nice to see some shenanigans at level 1. They're able to get the ward down on the enemy blue.
Yeah,
And to
Pixel
head
Brush
right out.
and the blue ward. So Dorado will know where Coffee Black is going to start. But okay, now we can try this again for TA Tropics on the blue side. Jared's on the Camille in the top lane. Coffee Black on Poppy in the jungle. Monix on Seraphine in the mid lane. And Paneer and Jackie Moon rounding out the bottom lane with the Sivir and the Karma.
And on the side of Dorado Gaming Omega, Harmonica God on the Trundle, Stunna on the Lilia, Hypnotic Scruff on the Gangplank, Joker's Misfortune, and Hoshiumi's Silas support.
You know, one thing I noticed is that Coffee Black was actually able to take the sweeper, and they took down that ward. So they get the little extra XP. I don't know who they gave the XP to.
They gave it to Seraphine, who should be hitting level 2 a little bit early in this mid lane. Not sure what she'll be able to do, because not a super active early game champion. She kind of just wants to farm for a bit. But she's happy getting a little bit of an advantage there. So.
Yeah, and then on the other side, Paneer actually got the ward on the enemy blue buff, so they know that Stunna started on this bottom side. So full vision or full information of both of these junglers starts for both teams. So we'll have to see what happens here. I'd imagine that Coffee Black is going to want to get earlier ganks coming through, want to be a little more active in the early game than Stunna will be, but we'll have to see what happens there.
I'm surprised to see Coffee Black going for the path down, while Stunna goes for the path up, so there will be opposite sides of the map. Dorado Gaming wanting to get that Trundle snowballed and ahead in the top lane. I'm going to be interested to see what the Poppy's actually going to be able to do towards the top side, because Sivir Karma, not a whole lot of gank setup. Hoshi going in here.
Jackie Moon is in trouble, but we'll find the route onto Hoshi, and just a lot of damage traded back, and Jackie is already pretty low.
Yeah, I've played against this guy a bunch of times. Out of any support, in plat leagues, he is the one that will just keep looking for plays. He will keep fighting. And that's kind of what the Silas support pick wants to do. So if you're a TA, you got to be a little bit careful. He's going to be scrapping. You don't want to get yourself caught too far out of position here.
Yeah, I think one more chain landing like that will probably be enough, or at least, going to force some summoner spells out from these bot laners. So you can already see crabs are going to be traded off, which is kind of what we expected here, since they split or they started on opposite sides of the map, and We'll see. Hoshi looking for more, but Jackie's ready for it this time.
Yeah, Poppy's hovering down bot side. Jackie Moon wants to try and get something started, but just gonna be able to land some poke for now.
Yeah, and I do want to talk about this the summer spell choices in this game. Most notable. Oh, wait a minute, Coffee Black looking for something. There's nothing here though. I mean, yeah.
Now Stunna hovering in the top side. Neither jungle able to find too much, just hovering the lanes, making sure everything's going all right.
Okay, now we can talk about the summoner spell choices here, and Jared's opting for the exhaust teleport in the top lane here. Is a little bit of a strange one, not something we normally see.
Coffee Black is still hovering the bot side here. I know Joker wants to try and get this wave shoved under the tower. There's a big wave crashing, but
oh, they got Jackie.
it's really chunked out, and now Coffee Black's finally heading back. He's been sitting down here for a moment, but looks like they're just gonna get the flash out from Hoshi.
Yeah, support flash is traded there. Jackie had to blow it a bit before we panned down to the play, but either way, support flash is blown, and with Coffee having to spend so much time in this bottom side, you can already see that Stunna has amassed a 2-camp CS lead and is counter jungling on the top side right now.
He's just trying to get some stuff taken out. He's able to pick up, deny some camps. Coffee Black was sitting down there for a little bit, so that should be a little bit of a nice tempo lead for Stunna. Of course, on the Lilia, you will want to be farming up. Ooh, Hoshi.
Gotta find Jackie. Is tries to get the ignite or the mantra heal back, but it is enough for the solo kill. But now in the top lane, Jared's is in trouble. Stunna's joined the party and should just pick up that kill there. So 2 kills across the map in favor of Dorado.
Omega off to a running start here. That is the Hoshiumi we all know. Finds a solo kill on the enemy support pretty much out of nowhere. Of course, the Silas so much damage coming out. Jackie Moon not ready for that one, and Stunna able to punish top side. Of course, has had full control over that lane for a while. Jared's J, he caught just a little bit too far out, and of course doesn't have the flash or anything like that to escape, so will be taken out. Now a pretty substantial lead for the Dorado Gaming Omega jungler, so we'll see how he snowballs that out. Starting his second clear already, of course took away the blue side of Coffee Black.
Jared's missing the hook shot, and it's going to be an auto-attack battle, but you do not want to auto-attack battle with the lethal tempo Trundle, who's fully stacked. Jared's taking so low, exhaust, but flashes away.
Oh,
Harmonica
no.
God does not have the damage, and Jared's going to get the kill into the tower, but look at mid as well. Solo kills across the solo lanes for TA Tropics.
That is the Harmonica God that we all know and we all love. Tries to go for that solo kill, thinks he get him, but he had no mana for the Chomp, couldn't do the damage, and I guess the exhaust is coming out clutch there. Ends up saving him. The Trundle autos by themselves weren't really doing any damage, and a nice pickup there for Jared's, and meanwhile they were able to find Hypnotic Scruff in the mid lane. Gangplank not the safest mid laner ever, so they're able to get in that Poppy and get down the Seraphine CC, then yeah, a good pickup from them, and bouncing back with 2 kills. Evening up a little bit here.
Yeah, but Harmonica God might be a bit too far forward here. Gonna get stunned up. Oh, stunned under the tower too as Jared's is here. And Jared's gonna find the second kill for himself in this top lane. And, what looked like an early start for Jared's has been turned around pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, this is a way that TA Tropics has into this game now. Harmonica God just giving up a little bit too much in the top lane. Of course, playing with confidence, I always like to see it, but definitely don't want to throw away the game by yourself. You got a really talented roster behind you, so we'll probably just rein it in a little bit. It's 0-2, still up in farm, still has some advantage in that lane, but yeah, 2 kills going over. Probably shouldn't have for the meal there in the top lane.
Yeah, and I guess just looking at the CS lead, the CSs for each of these matchups, as you mentioned, about a 2-wave lead for Harmonica God in the top lane, about even in the jungle. Stunna's like a little under a camp ahead, and then in the mid lane, 1 wave in favor of Hypnotic Scruff here, and another was pushing in, so that lead is going to be increased. And then in this bottom lane, Paneer has been getting the better of it and does have, we'll have about a 1.5 wave lead after this wave crashes. But Monix ganked by Stunna and has to blow the flash. Flash with Seraphine is very, very scary to play.
Yeah, that's a good pickup there from Stunna. Of course, Seraphine, such a very vulnerable laner. She likes to play at long range, but if they're able to get on top of her, you know, she has no way out now. So see if they're able to focus that around. Now, like you mentioned before, Joker is a little bit behind. I mean, it shouldn't matter too much, but of course, we saw earlier he's having some trouble with the wave. Kind of got zoned off a little bit, so that's probably where that lead there came from the Sivir. But as of recently, he's kind of just been using his lane advantage push, looking to get Hoshi around the map a little bit. And we'll see if they're able to do anything with that.
First dragon of the game is the Cloud Dragon, and with the dragon changes, we haven't been seeing too many early dragons being taken away. It does kind of require a little more setup now with the increased HP, but we have a lot of fighting already in this bottom side river here as TA Tropics going to start it up. Cannon Barrage over the top. Hoshi has the Encore. We'll see if he opts to go for it. Here's 4 members strong for TA
Actually
Tropics.
pretty chunked out here.
Whoa, Encore
Joker
goes
has the
wide
ultimate
from
ready
Onyx.
to flash in.
Oh, flash Hoshi with the 3-man Encore. Stunna over the top is going to find the sleep on to Paneer. Paneer has to run for the hills. 2 are dead for TA Tropics. The dragon is going to go over to them as Coffee Black's trying to help out Paneer, but Paneer will fall, and Coffee Black has no HP, so should fall as well. That's so much going back over to Omega there, but the dragon goes over to TA Tropics.
Dinner is served for Hoshiumi. What a play there. Gets them all grouped up. The flash 3-man Seraphine ulti. You know, the Tropics get the dragon, but at what cost? This Lilia's fed, Silas is fed, and they're off to a massive gold lead at 10 minutes already. 3K, denying so much minions in the mid lane, bot lane as well. Really a strong play there coming out from the Dorado Gaming Omega support.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a crucial engage on that play. And, you know, it is unfortunate because Monix set the Encore in a just terrible direction. I don't know what happened there, but, you know, it went wide, wasn't able to connect onto anyone. So I'm sure that would have, you know, had a big difference in the fight. But in top lane, Hextech Ultimatum coming through. It's a 2v2 as the Ignite, or the Exhaust rather, goes down onto Harmonica God. Jared just gets blown up, though, after the Exhaust concludes. And another kill going back to Harmonica God in this lane.
Now this is going to be a really massive back for Stunna here. I'm sure he's sitting on a bunch of gold, but actually looking like they're still in a fight. Maybe looking on the Poppy, but...
Death Herald.
With the teleport coming in, dropping the Herald, actually. They're just
3
going to try and
plays
get
down.
the crash. It doesn't look like Tower's going to fall here, but... Bunch of gold in the pockets for Omega.
Yeah, and that tower is so close to falling here. Only 1 plate left, and, you know, still 2.5 minutes to pick that plate up. But oh, Hoshi, he's hunting, he's looking for it, trying to find Paneer. Spell shield's available. Oh, use it on the Kingslayer. Bullet time is so much damage, but Paneer lives for the time being.
Yeah, and that's just the power. Like once the Silas gets ahead, so good at scrapping, just finding these fights can be really hard to deal with, and the pressure is on for the TA bot lane.
Yeah, and you can sort of see it starting to get to them there. As we look like we have a lane swap for now. As Jared's now laning into Hypnotic Scruff in the mid lane, and Monix trying to survive in the top lane against this Trundle.
I mean, it's just pressure everywhere. They're trying to do some lane swaps, get something down, but just the laning prowess from Omega, and they might look for something on here, but Hoshi is able to cover that, keep his ADC safe.
Yeah, both junglers spotlight again. They're gonna find Stunna. I think it's just out though. It'll be okay.
Yeah, Stunna was actually able to pick up his mythic. Oh man!
Flash Q from Hypnotic Scruff finds a solo kill in the mid lane. Here we go in the bottom lane though. As Cannon Barrage is gonna do the damage. Hoshi takes away the Karma ulti, but Coffee Black trying to peel out. Stunna is gonna get stunned, and a nice ultimate from Coffee Black. Stunna is alone as the bot lane from Omega was sent away, but Stunna, too much move speed and is able to get out.
It looks like maybe Tropics had found something, but Stunna with the move speed just able to prance right out of there. You know, he's fine with that. Big leads being developed. Scruff, just a complete menace in this mid lane, takes the first turret all on his own. 7K gold lead already from Omega, 13 minutes in. Harmonica God looking for top tower as well. He's just gonna ignore him.
Hextech Ultimatum comes down, and Harmonica God takes the tower, stacked up the lethal with the Subjugate, flashing forward, and we'll find a solo kill there. The gold lead for Omega is almost 10,000 at 14 minutes.
This is just complete domination. The amount of gold income they are able to get in this the last couple minutes here is insane. Coffee Black, you can't go for this blue buff. Harmonica God's just gonna get him.
Yeah, just, you know, the lethal tempo stacked Trundle is not something you want to mess with. You do not want to be found anywhere near that thing. And despite a slow start from Harmonica God, he's been able to turn it around pretty effectively with the help of Stun Up.
I mean, this is his style. He plays these brawlery champions where, you know, they just want to keep going in. They want to keep fighting. And, you know, with that lead he's able to develop, it's just, yeah, able to just get a kill on the top, get the tower, get the jungle. So much domination in the top lane from Harmonica God.
Absolutely, and just the team in general here. Jared's going in, finding Joker. Joker has to flash away to safety, but watch the TP from Harmonica God. Means that everyone on TA has to run for the hills. Monix is going to get pillared back. Jackie Moon as well. Encore's onto one, but they just get knocked away. Bullet Time is kited out.
Oh, Scruff!
Oh, but look at Scruff on the flank. A huge barrel takes down Coffee Black, and Jared's limps away with his life, having to burn that flash here. Hoshi taking away the Encore. We'll see if he goes for it. Flashing forward, Encore onto two. Paneer is the last one alive besides Jared's, who's 1 HP, and it's just 3 for 0 in favor
Paneer's
of
not long for this world.
Oh no, just a disaster. 4 for 0 in favor of Dorado. And they are smashing these towers.
Omega's just styling on them at this point. You know, it looked like maybe Stunno was a little bit too far forward there for just a second, but Poppy just knocks him back to safety. They re-engage. Hoshi, Scruff, they're just able to completely murder their team. And I have to feel like this game's not going to be lasting for much longer. We're only 15 minutes in, but look at that. It's able to find the crit. They dodged out of the vision. And now Hoshi, with the Seraphine, was able to get a couple more.
But
they get the shutdown.
Shutdown onto Hoshi. Hypnotic Scruff is in the Hextech Ultimatum, but it's a 1v3. Jared's. That's not the right numbers. Your team is not there. And 3 for 1 again in favor of Omega. And now Harmonica God going for the 1v2. Gonna get rooted.
I mean, this is just looking unfair. Like Blasco's back in. Omega are doing unholy things.
Oh, Root comes through. He wants it. Subjugate onto Monix. The bite is enough.
What?
And Paneer's gone too.
Oh my god.
Trundle's a balanced champ, guys.
What am I even watching anymore? I mean, this isn't even League. This is just, this is like bullying.
Trundle is a balanced champ, but now Scruff is in trouble, stunned against the wall, and will go down. Shutdown is given to Coffee Black. So that's 800 gold.
Coffee Black got the shutdown onto Scruff, got the shutdown onto Hoshi. I guess it's time for Super Carry Poppy Jungle. Picked up the Divine Sunder. I guess the last hope here for Tropics. Just to maybe stall off for a little bit, but we're already up to what, like a 16k gold league? Like, this is just snowballing out of control. And,
yes, 16k.
I mean, Scruff almost approaching 3 items. I'm sure Stunna and Harmonica God also just sitting on a bunch. Yep, they're just going to be able to back just by full items. You know, get a nice Tiamat in there. It's probably sitting on like 4,000 or 5,000 gold. Nah, I'm a little bit scared to see what happens once Omega gets back on the map here.
Yeah, I mean, you have to think that one more team fight should be enough to end this game. I mean, if a 16,000 gold lead isn't enough, I think a 5 for 1 or a 5 for 0, you know, is probably enough. I'd hope at least, but
yeah, I mean, at this point, just put them out of their misery. I mean, I don't know, maybe Omega are gonna want to farm KDA for like a few minutes, but I mean, Tropics just has absolutely no way back into this game.
I mean, yeah, it is definitely an uphill battle for Tropics here. I mean, I guess the only way is just like, I mean, it's gonna take at least 3 to kill Harmonica God at this point, right? And you know,
I mean, yeah, even at that point, yeah,
even that, I don't even know.
That's a bit of a stretch. That's a bit of a stretch. I mean, he's just such a menace right now.
But overextension could be enough. You know, it could be what an angle for TA to get back into this game, and you know, that's the only hope I think for them. But with this 1-3-1, macro push going in here, one of these waves is gonna have to break because, TA can't hold everything right now.
I mean, yeah, you gotta send at least a couple for the Trundle. I mean, you got 3 there in the mid lane, so, as soon as Tropics try to go on the one side, the Omega's just gonna be pushing the other, so pretty efficient way to just try and close out the rest of this game here, starving the whole map away from Tropics, pushing their gold lead even further. Definitely didn't need to be pushed even further, but, I mean, Tropics are just starving right now. Coffee Black looking for something, but it's all in vain at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what exactly is happening here because it feels like it's been 3 minutes and nothing's happened.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Tropics just sitting in their base at this point, try not to lose any harder than they already did. They're gonna get the wave clear off. Trundle flashes it. All right.
5v1, yeah, okay. And you know what? That's a 1k. Back in Coffee Black's pockets here.
Yep. Put it all on the Poppy. We're funneling the Poppy this game. She will 1v9. We got the Sunder. Of course, Herald's drop now and stun it with the flash engage.
3-4 man sleep, bullet time, and Jackie Moon is gone. Paneer under the tower as Stunna tries to get the damage.
Diving the Nexus turrets.
Goes Golden to stay alive for now, but the shutdown goes over to Paneer. Hoshi going back in as a barrel does so much damage onto Jared's, and with it's a 1-for-2 in favor of TA Tropics, but these inhibitors are falling quickly.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna be able to get this bot one, and that tower there in the top side, just the smallest amount of health. Oh, the re-engage.
Oh man, Jared's. Oh, here comes
Teleport.
Look at Coffee Black just diving into the backline. Whoa,
Psychopath teleport. Harmonica got into 4. They do nothing to him.
Rooted up.
Hoshi goes in.
Finds the chain. We'll see if there's any damage to follow it up as Joker now. Oh, a 2-man root is beautiful from Monix, and a double kill comes through for Jackie Moon. Not quite who you want to get the kills, but Joker's gonna fall as well here. And yeah, it was interestingly played there by Omega.
Oh, Omega's egoing here for sure. Harmonica got teleports into 4. Hoshi goes in with him. They try to take them on 2v4. Leave Joker in the backside. He's like, "Where's my team, man?" Stunna gets caught as well, trying to dive the Nexus towers there, and it looks like Tropics were able to close the gold lead to a mild 14k. So, one step at a time, I guess. They're able to pick up the dragon. I guess he got the soul win condition now. Maybe if you can make it to the next 2 dragons.
If this game goes 10 more minutes, I'm gonna.
Yeah, if this
not
game
be
goes.
Here.
If this game goes 10 more minutes, it's not a good look for Omega. I'll say that much, but who knows? Maybe Scruff will just want to farm some of the kills on the GP. Who knows?
Maybe.
We gotta pad the KDA. Joker's only got 1 kill over here. Like, feed my man. He's just been sitting on the sideline watching his team go for everything. Man.
Baron's up now. And Omega's going for the Baron. So there's no contest at all. There really can't be any contest. 2 inhibs down for TA Tropics, and
I mean, yeah, they're just gonna run straight to the top tier 3 turret. I mean, this Baron's probably exactly what they needed just to make their way into the base. I doubt Tropics are gonna be able to turtle for that much longer. Of course, with these 2 side waves pushing in, here comes the charge. They right down the top lane.
Yeah, and, here we go.
Tropics are not long for this world. Trying to look for something.
Oh, a nice engage here. Encore hits 2 as already Trundle's down. Look at the bullet time over the top is doing a lot of damage, and it's kiting as 2 are going to be put to sleep. Jared's going to go down to Stunna. Hoshi still wants more. Has the Hextech Ultimatum stolen away. Is going to hit Paneer, and Paneer's going to flash away and take Hoshi with him. Under the tower we go as Hoshi's going to go golden for the time being as Hypnotic is going to find 1 kill. Stunna's going to find the next, but it's 3 for 3 right now. And the base is in favor. They have the healing, so I don't know if we'll see if Coffee Black and Monix can do this, but the waves are pouring in from all 3 lanes here. Super's wearing purple as Coffee Black just doesn't even have the damage to walk through as the Nexus towers are falling here. They're both gone. Monix gets almost one-shotted by the barrel. Will fall, and the Nexus will as well, I think. Look at all these minions. I mean, how could it not?
But look at the minions, the Winions for Omega.
How could it not be the end of the game? Yes, and there it is. Dorado Gaming Omega takes game number 1.
Tropics find 3 of the picks there, but it's just gonna be so hard to deal with the 3 supered up, baroned up waves there, and yeah, Omega's able to close that out, a complete domination from beginning to end. It's gonna be interesting to see how Tropics bounce back from this one.
Yeah, and I mean there were, some sort of shining moments in the later stages of the game where, they were getting some kills. At least they were getting favorable numbers in the fights, finding picks on, Harmonica God, whether he's going for a 1v4 or something. So there were moments, but it ended up just being a wallet diff, and Omega was just too far ahead.
Yeah,
So
Omega, some of their signature picks out here, showing them off. And this is the kind of gameplay you like to see from a team that's trying to contend for the CCS title here. So yeah, in this next game, they're definitely gonna want to try and run it back. Another quick game. Maybe they want to clean it up a little bit. Show that they're a whole division above these bottom teams.
yeah, so we're gonna take a short break, but we will be back soon for the pick and ban of game number 2. Can Dorado Gaming Omega take it into a fashion, or will TA Tropics force a third? We'll be right back before we see. And we are back for the pick and ban of game number 2 between Dorado Gaming Omega and TA Tropics. Got a side switch. So we got Dorado on the blue side now and TA Tropics on the red side. But bans are looking eerily familiar with the Ari and the Diana and Wukong. And then Lilia taken away by TA Tropics. They were not feeling stunned as Lilia. And now Dorado's hovering a Silas ban. It looks like they're going to lock it in. So, banning out their own champ from last game.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Silas is strong. You definitely don't want to give more dueling power, scrapping power to the side of TA. If you're Dorado, you're pretty happy with what TA ended up with last game, giving them a pretty easy ride to victory. And if you're Dorado, you definitely want to try and get another clean game going, get another fast game going, show your dominance once again. You definitely don't want to be dropping games to some of these bottom teams here.
Yeah,
see what they end up going for. Of course, 3 bans targeted at Stunna on the side of TA Tropics.
Yeah, Kindred, the last one there. I think we saw that one in game 1 as well, banned away. But Dorado with this first pick on the blue side. We'll see what they opt to go for, and it's Renata.
Renata Glask. They go from the R5s. I guess not really R5 support because Silas flex, but B1 Renata there for Hoshi. I'm pretty sure that can't be flexed around at all. And I guess they're just saying, your bot lane's either going to play something that's bad into Renata or something that can handshake Renata, and we're perfectly fine having this on our team. For a lot of Harmonica Gods champions, it can be a nice thing to have, Renata Trundle, something like that. And then if you compare it, obviously, with any kind of hyper carry in the bot lane, and that always work well.
Yeah, absolutely. And, interestingly enough, TA opts to take away the misfortune this game. So taking that out of Joker's hands and, not really the issue of last game. I mean, like you mentioned, like Joker wasn't even doing anything. Just the rest of the team was going crazy. I mean, but,
Man.
paired up with the Fiddlesticks will be pretty interesting.
Kindred is banned away here, and I know that's the usual answer. Oh, Callista here would be fun to watch. There we go. Joker's like, you know what? You had me on the misfortune last game, but this one we're fighting. Now, I'm not sure if I like... Yeah, it's nerfed on this patch. I don't like it that much in the misfortune, but at this point, Dorado's going to ego a little bit. Karthus, another one of those big farming junglers. If he gets too far ahead, game becomes so unplayable. So, matching the pace of the Fiddlesticks, we'll see what Stun is able to do on this pick.
Yeah, so the nerf to Callista was 3 base AD.
Not insignificant at all. It's a pretty sizable nerf.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit I'm a little bit wary about the actual viability of this champion, at least at this elo now. I'm a Callista enjoyer myself, but definitely one of those characters where you have to make something happen early game for it to be worth it. She doesn't quite scale as well as she used to, but yeah, into this team, Fiddlesticks, Lissandra, so much dive, so much one-shot. We'll see what they're able to do with it.
Yeah, a lot of dive and one-shot, like you mentioned, and looking at Dorado's composition, it's all squishy, so, that could be pretty effective in this game. I guess it just depends on how the early game plays, but second stage of the bans come through here. Aatrox and Camille taking off the table here. Dorado does not want to see Jared's Camille again, especially with exhaust TP.
Yeah, not even 100% sure what this guy plays, but it's like, okay, take him off the Ornn, take him off the Camille. Show us what champions you actually do have in your pool there. Try and get him on something he's even less comfortable on. And of course, they're gonna be blinding from Harmonica God top lane.
I mean, there's no way this is Bard.
I mean, yeah, it'd be a bit weird. But maybe it's just the kind of cheese that TA would need to pull out a win.
Well, it seems counterintuitive to pick Bard. I mean, you have dive.
They go for the Blitzcrank anyway.
Wait a minute.
Oh, man. Okay. That's a comp. So it looks like Pyke mid and Taric top. Looks like we got a full ego comp here from Dorado. Of course, Taric top has been becoming a little bit more popular, especially in like Korea, stuff like that. You pick it top lane. You kind of just run around the map, kind of like the Smite Janna thing, but works a little bit better. You have a lot more dueling power, that kind of stuff. And of course, the Pyke mid, the solo queue classic, just run around, get millions of gold off of killing people and ignore the waves. And that's Tom Kench there for Jared in the top lane.
The Tarek Tom Kench top lane matchup. I'm excited for it.
I mean, yeah, I don't think Tarek's too concerned about how top lane's going because this Dorado wants to make stuff happen. They want to get the prio, get Karthus around the map. If Karthus can like really start absorbing a whole bunch of camps, hit that 10 CS a minute on jungle, it becomes a completely impossible thing to deal with. But yeah, Callista, the Pike, a lot of early game power here. I'm excited to see what Dorado is able to do with it. And who knows, maybe they might be overstepping a little bit. This might be a TA's game to win here. If they can punish any of that aggression and maybe flip it into a win. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is it's very untraditional team composition here from Dorado, and I think they just feel like, oh yeah, well, we're just better. So we'll have to see if TA can kind of shut them up, and if they're able to take this game, I'm sure it'll be a pretty big momentum swing, but again, we have to just see what happens. I mean, it's hard for me to kind of predict what's happening.
Maybe it's like, because I know Stunna's playing for like 2 other teams already. Maybe they don't get that much practice. It's be like, okay, here's our scrim game. We get to try out some new picks and show them to all of us. So that's pretty fun. I'm excited. I'm pretty excited to see this.
I thought I recognized Stunna's name from a different team that we casted at some point previously. Okay.
Oh. Small issues with the ability to lock in champs there, a little bit unfortunate. We'll see if they're able to sharpen their locking in mechanics for this next champion select here.
Yes, it's all right. We're back. We're trying it again. Take 2. You know how it is.
Yep.
You know how it is.
Let's not take 20 seconds with each of the bands now.
Yeah, it should be going by pretty quickly here. And I mean, I guess, I feel like Blitz MF is not really that common of a bottom lane that we're seeing nowadays. I mean, I've seen him played a lot of the Misfortune Ashe combo. I think that's very, very potent if you can play it well. It's good lane. It has like good level 6. But Blitzcrank, I guess, just adds that early kill pressure, and it's something else that you have to kind of be afraid of. But I feel like Callista at range is just going to be able to dodge every single hook.
I mean, it can be a little bit hard. We'll see if they're actually, because like in practice you could be able to, but of course there's a little bit of a wind up on it.
Yeah.
And, if you're able to like kind of predict where they're moving, it can be possible to land it. I think Blitzcrank's mostly like a vacuum counter to the Renata, it seems, but I'm not a huge fan of it paired with Misfortune, because I think with Blitzcrank you need an ADC that's actually able to kill the enemy when you land the hook. Something like a Drave and a Kaisa, Varus, Xayah, something like that. Would usually work a little bit better. Misfortune does not really have a lot of damage in the early game. That's why you see most people do stuff like Comet, Tier, just press E on the enemy bot lane. That's usually how they that's usually how they're able to get their wins. So.
All right, yes. Little bit of a little bit of an appearance there from my mom, but we're good.
Let's go.
And yeah, there you go. I mean, I agree with you. I think Blitz is a
Ganked by
little bit
mom.
strange. Yeah, ganked by mom actually. But yeah, it's a strange pick. I think, like you said, in a vacuum, pretty good against Renata, but because you can break the shield. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like you're going for a dive composition if you're TA right now, and we have the Fiddlesticks, you have the Lissandra, you have the Kench who can dive into the backline, and Blitzcrank kind of does the opposite of that, right? Is pulling someone towards you. So
something like maybe like a Mumu. It's a very common pick. Can be pretty good into both of those as well.
Nautilus even, but yeah.
Yep. Nautilus, Rel, something like that. Rakan as well. But still a little bit off theme there, but if they're able to actually land some hooks, they might be able to try and turn the bot lane in their favor. So we'll see what King Rolly is able to do on that pick.
We will have to see as we are going to take a short break for this spectator delay. But we'll be back in about 4 minutes or 3 minutes, depending on how quick we load in, for game number 2 between TA Tropics and Dorado Gaming Omega. Dorado trying to take it in 2-0 fashion, and Tropics trying to push it to a game 3. So we'll be right back. And we are back onto the Rift for game number 2 between Dorado Gaming Omega and TA Tropics. Little
Both
invade
teams
going on here.
looks like Omega wants to stack. They're predicting the Blitzcrank invade. The ward is
It's
there.
warded out, yeah.
They don't
so
know they're spotted yet. Omega are looking for something here.
And Jared's a bit behind, so they probably will have to wait. But here we go. We're gonna get the level 1 5v5.
Omega
Exactly what we wanted.
knows that they are here. Both teams standing off. Tropics are going in.
Here we go. Here we go. Jackie Moon gonna get hooked in.
Stun.
Oh, a nice stun flash from Harmonica God as Fiddlesticks is hearing the hook, lands onto Joker. Joker's taking pretty low, has to flash away to safety. His Coffee Black is gonna go down for first blood, but Joker is gonna fall after. Jared's now in the middle of 3 and will fall as Harmonica God finds a kill there. So it's a 1 for 2 in favor of Dorado Gaming Omega. But now that that's done, we can go down the rosters for each of these teams here. On the red side now, TA Tropics with Jared's in the top lane on the Tom Kench. Coffee Black on the Fiddlesticks in the jungle. Monix on Lysandra in the mid lane. And Paneer and Jackie Moon rounding it out in the bottom lane with the Misfortune and the Blitzcrank.
And on the side of Dorado Gaming Omega, Harmonica God on the Tarek top lane, Stunna on Karthus, Hypnotic Scruff on the Pike mid, and Joker and Hoshi locking down bot lane with the Callista and the Renata.
Yeah, definitely a classic combo that we've been seeing recently with this Callista Renata. And I do want to talk about this mid lane matchup because, oh my gosh. Also, I think Tarek is just a broken champ. I played it for the first time the other day, and it felt so nuts. Like support, it does so much damage. The heal is pretty good with the reset.
He does. The thing about Tarek is if he's in melee range, he's pretty much always winning the fight. That's why you can see him kind of flexed around, played top, played jungle, because the dueling power is just insane. It's really his biggest bottleneck is just how much mana he has and how many times he can keep casting his heal.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's a surprisingly strong champion for support. You'd be like, oh, this guy can't kill me, but Tarek's out here to fight. He did have to blow his teleport because it was a little bit late. Of course, Jared's Jade did as well. He actually is looking for the kill here.
No ignite, but does have the ghost available. Jared has flash.
Directed cam, where are you going? Jared's J hasn't burned the flash yet, but it's gonna be forced here to an early back. Both junglers just full clearing for now. Stunna a little bit ahead of the Fiddlesticks. We'll make it to the crab first, but yeah, the Callista Renata. Ooh!
Oh, nice hook onto Hoshi. Hoshi's taken pretty low, but there's just no damage. Paneer doesn't have any mana to follow it up.
Yeah, Paneer started Doran's Blade, which is kind of incorrect on Misfortune. Just not the kind of thing you need. Usually like to see something like Longsword, something like Tier. You can just keep spamming the E's, but yeah, like I mentioned, if Blitz lands the hook, MF doesn't really have a lot of follow-up. You can land down the E, but land the Q, but MF's not really a good DPS champion until she can get some points into her W, give her that attack speed. And so for the early game, she's really just trying to look for those short trades with the E and the Q and the auto.
Oh, shoot. Jared's going to cancel out that recall. And wave looks pretty good for Jared's here.
Yeah, Harmonica God's not happy with how this wave ended up being. Despite all the good early trades that were happening for Harmonica God, Jared's J was just able to get his back off, head back top. And Eric, struggling with the wave clear a little bit.
Oh, Jackie Moon taken really low and is going to fall there to Joker. And Stunna's also in this bottom lane, so he will be there to help out.
Callista Q a little bit wide there, but was able to pick up the kill onto the Blitzcrank. And they're starting to get this Callista ahead. Of course, when you got a Callista on the map, you definitely want to try and play through it, enable her a little bit. Because I know once she gets ahead, you can start getting all those dragons, get all those towers, and sort of just come online a lot faster than the enemy.
Yeah, absolutely. And Callista getting ahead early is not really what you want to see if you're TA Tropics in this game. Callista is, pretty potent in the early game, and if she doesn't get ahead in the early game, it feels like she's doing no damage for the rest of the game. But Joker
especially
Yeah.
Especially into a comp like this, like the Fiddlesticks, the Lissandra have so many ways to just get on top of this Callista, stop her from doing damage. You know, if she's trying to walk in auto range as some of these champions, they have so much CC on the side of Tropics. But yeah, I mean, if she can get snowballed, of course, that tier 2 boots pickup, probably one of her biggest power spikes. You get so much extra range on the jump, and of course the attack speed. You get to jump a lot more as well. So much mobility. That's where you can get a lot of the early kill threat that Callista has. So we'll see how they're able to use that in the bot lane.
Yeah, and you know, for the time being, we got Infernal Drag as the first dragon this game. I don't think we saw any of those last game. So a nice switch up here. Getting that one.
I'm kind of surprised to see that Pyke hasn't been moving around the map more. Of course, Pyke is always going to be lacking in mid pressure just because his wave clear is like so non-existent. It's been nerfed so many times. So of course, Hadio is always going to have a shove, and it looks like they're trying to flash in.
Jackie with the flash in, finds the hook, and then knocks off the Hoshi. Monix as well joining the party, and Paneer is going to get the kill there. Glacial Prison onto Joker, but will be cleansed out. Scruff is joined the party, and Requiem over the top is going to turn this play around in favor of Dorado Gaming. Omega Joker is really low. Jackie Moon's trying to get the damage, and he will find it as the shutdown goes over to him. Now Hypnotic Scruff trying to take out Jackie Moon, and will. So all in all, I believe that was 2 for 3 in favor of Dorado.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of play that Tropics can get ahead from that I've seen them go for, but as well, actually getting their mid laner to move around the map and using him to look for picks. Of course, Lissandra, a really good champion for doing that. They try to go for something, and it was a little bit forced by Jackie Moon there with the flash in on the Blitzcrank. Of course, there's better champions for all-in stuff like that, but you know, they're able to pick up one, but of course Pyke roams down so fast, and of course Karthus in the top side can just gank from anywhere on the map, so yeah, they're able to turn that out. Really good from them.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing I want to mention is that Hypnotic Scruff actually went cooldown boots on the Pyke. Oh boy, but fight bot lane Joker.
Hook the Fiddlesticks.
Oh, Fiddlesticks ulti is nice. The Kalista ulti is going to be used to get onto Jackie Moon. Joker is taken so low, and he will go down as Hypnotic Scruff is going to kill Monix in the mid lane, but it's a 2 for 0 in the bottom side as a double kill comes through for Paneer.
Yeah, and meanwhile, that whole time, they were actually able to get a pickup onto Hadio in the mid lane. Able to take him down and get a little bit more gold funneled onto that Pyke. But yeah, a good play from Tropics, using their control over the river to try and, you know, bait the very aggressive bot lane from Omega into a fight that they really didn't want to end up taking. That's actually a lot of kills over to Paneer. I'm interested to see what he goes for. It looks like he's actually building the early Manamune here. So of course that upgrade will be a little bit delayed because he only just got the tier. But usually we'll see that build into something like the Leandries, which can be a really annoying poke from range. Of course, you get so much cooldown reduction, so much extra damage. And that's one way you can definitely fight this Callista. Just be like, you know what? You're never going to be able to auto attack me. I'm just going to keep slowing you, keep poking you out. So I like to see that build from Paneer in this game. Now in the mid lane, oh, actually looking for a fight here.
Oh, as Jackie Moon lands the hook onto Hoshi, Monix with the nice roam down, and that Frozen Tomb is still not enough though, as Hoshi's running for the hills. Bullet Time is going to pop the fight or die, and Paneer now on a killing spree on the Misfortune.
Yeah, they're really actually punishing this bot lane on the side of Omega.
Jared's dive gets stunned by Harmonica God, and now they're scrapping back and forth. Another stun comes through, and Harmonica God is healing it up. Flash and Ghost are available.
The Requiem is here now. Does no damage.
Jared's gonna be okay.
The stun is cashing in a nice 15 gold from that first strike.
Look at this roam here from Hypnotic Scruff. Gonna find Coffee Black directly in that bush. Here we go.
Fiddlesticks ulti.
Will force out of the Taurik ult rather, as Hypnotic Scruff going back in, stuns onto everyone, and Coffee tries to save, but he gets one back. The 1v1 right now is Scruff has to run away, charging up that hook. Nice dodge, and will be able to just get out of that fight.
Yeah, this is a lot of what I wanted to see a little bit earlier from Scruff playing the Pyke mid. It's just at a certain point, you're gonna have to just start giving up waves, start sacking them, because of course you don't have that wave clear. I like to see what they're doing now, which is, Pyke was roaming up and actually send Stunna to catch that wave, funnel him even more. It looks like he's got a nice farm bounty now, up a pretty hefty margin on the Fiddlesticks. So I think if they can keep doing that, just funnel this Karthus, get the Pyke moving around the map, that's definitely one of Omega's key ways to get around. Another thing I'd like to see them doing, Taric as well, is one of those champions where you don't necessarily have to farm a lot in the top side. And of course, if you just leave, you leave Kench up there, he's not really going to be able to do too much. I'm never too worried about a super fed Kench. So just moving the Taric around, trying to get fights where they have numbers advantage. Because as it stands, he's not really able to kill Tahm Kench ever. He can fight, he can sustain, but yeah, Taric not quite there with the damage yet.
Oh, here we go, Scruff. Oh, a nice pull in. Bullet time.
Oh,
over the top.
two-man
Took a
bullet
lot
time.
of damage. Joker is
Joker
gonna stop
falls.
that fighter die. Oh, Joker is gonna go down, and Hoshi is also gonna go down. It's Scruff with the double reset finds 2 back. So it's 2 for 2 in that bottom lane. But Scruff gonna be found by Coffee Black, and I think he's able to just slither his way out of there.
Yeah, I mean, Scruff there doing a little bit of damage control for his bot lane. At this point, I'd just say, the side of MF Blitzcrank are just outplaying them. That was a really good hook, really good bullet time. They're able to pick up those 2 kills, but yeah, this Pyke able to finish them off. Now he's getting around the map. Now this Karthus is getting funneled. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what this comp needs, but they're actually looking for a pick.
Surprise, Hoshi getting jumped on by that Fiddlesticks ultimate, and just no chance really to counterplay that one.
Yeah, really good pick there. Just setting up vision control. Of course, you got that Fiddlesticks passive as well. And just know, Hoshi, the jungle ain't yours right now. Coffee Black able to get up that pick on the Fiddlesticks, get him a little bit farther ahead.
Oh, but look at Monix. Will force out the cleanse early. Frozen Tomb coming out as Requiem over the top, and Hypnotic is also here. Monix is taken pretty low, and the ultimate misses from the Pyke, but the Q is enough to find the kill. Now 6-0-3 on this Pyke in the mid lane.
Now this is a bloody fight, but big winners so far. This Karthus been farming up. Not quite at that 10 CS a minute super farm Karthus mark, but yeah, he's getting pretty fed so far. And of course, the Pyke has been pretty successful getting around the map so far. And on the side of Tropics, really so much gold funneled into this Misfortune as of right now is actually going to be going for the Eclipse, it looks like. So just a lot of burst damage coming out here, but this might...
nice dodge. Yeah,
actually,
Paneer dodged that and will live, but look at this Herald in this top lane. This is going to be disastrous for Jared's lane right here.
Yeah, it's just going to be a nice chunk of gold in the pocket of Stunna there, which is really what matters. Jared's Day trying to keep him off the wave. Denies them the tower, but...
only one plate left in that top side.
Karthus is getting scary. He's almost the highest level in the game, and Jared's Day might be a little bit far here, but no mana on the side of Omega.
Yeah, it will just dive out, and with the jungle showing top side for Omega, I'm happy to see that TA Tropics 4 members onto this bottom river and securing their second dragon of the game, which will cause the mountains to rise on the rift here. We're gonna get a mountain soul.
I love how the directed cam just keeps padding up to this top side, but I highly doubt anyone's ever gonna die.
Oh,
good stun there.
God, yeah, getting stunned or finding the stun again on the die, but yeah, Jared's probably gonna die here. Look at this two-man roam up top here.
Yeah.
Stunna and Hypnotic, another stun, Bone Spear, and that's enough there. But wait, look at Joker. Coffee Black is just they're trying to make counterplays on the bottom side. And unfortunately for TA Tropics, they just aren't able to find anything here, and this top lane tower is going to fall.
Yeah, I mean, I guess just baiting the Tahm Kench into thinking he has a winning fight, but he's like, you know what, I have the winning team. So, Karthus getting up there, they're able to get the kill over to him, which is really nice. Funnelless Karthus even more. He's looking so powerful right now. I'd like to see him pick up something like the Dark Seal or the Medjais at this point. Start stacking it up, start winning the game. I mean, once he gets to late game, it just becomes such a menace.
Yeah, and most gold in the game right now for Stunna on this Karthus, which is no surprise really. I mean, up 300 on Joker right now. Joker's the next richest member in the game. But like you said, you know, the later this game goes, the longer things
Both
aren't
mid
happening.
laners.
Karthus is gonna just keep getting stronger, and we're
Ooh,
this is a
they
Fiesta
read the
pod.
dive.
Yeah, wow.
Now, can they bait him in?
Wait, it's pink warded. Were they just sitting on a pink ward the entire time?
Are they still looking for this?
Oh my gosh,
no,
Jackie
this
is
could be a
gonna
disaster.
force the flash. Gonna get stunned up. Rec Room over the top.
Oh.
Stun is gonna find a kill.
Yep, that's a Shadow Flame and a Dark Seal on that base, and then rank 2 ultimate. Yeah, Karthus is online at this point. He's able to pick up that kill from all the way inside the base. And just, you know, Tropics were looking for something, but really good read there from Omega. You know, they knew Monix Hadio was on the way down bot lane, so they send the Taric, they send the Pike.
Oh, Monix
They're still
back in
looking.
bullet time is true! And it will force the Cosmic Radiance out, as well as the hostile takeover from Hoshi, but you know, another kill going over to Paneer on this misfortune.
Death number 6 for Joker. Getting slammed in the bot lane. Yeah, and it's a really good combo. The Frozen Tomb into the bullet time. Able to pick that up before the Terracult goes down. They're trying to dive the Terror.
Oh.
Do they have the damage?
No, they don't.
Oh, no.
Paneer flashing forward. He's going to give the shutdown. One more tower shot. No, it's not enough. As in the top lane we go here. Stunna and Jared's are going at it. But Jared's not enough damage here. Paneer sidesteps out of the ultimate from Pike.
Ooh, Stunna's gonna fall.
Stunna's gonna flash away.
Oh, but
Great
one
help.
more hit for
Kill.
Jared's.
Yes,
Gets it.
Jared's gets the 1v1 against the enemy Karthus jungle.
That's a shutdown for him. The Tom Kench is fed. They're flashing in under the tower by Paneer. Is able to get cleaned up by Hypnotic Scruff on the Pike. Action everywhere on the map here. I have to say, this is definitely a lot more of a two-sided affair than game 1. I like to see Team Ambition Tropics bringing out the fire in this one.
Absolutely, there's a lot of fire, and if you're a TA fan, this is a great sign because it shows you that this team is not just rolling over. You know, despite getting pretty handily beaten in game 1, you know, they still are fighting in game 2. They're still trying to make this a competitive series, and you know, they're still up in dragons here. They're on their soul point, they're on their soul point right now.
The soul point dragon. Yeah, I mean, being able to take those 2 dragons away from the Callista team, pretty big there. And, you know, the longer this game goes on, the less of you know, the Pike's going to start to fall off. The Callista's going to start to fall off. It's really all on Stunna if this game goes late, but look at this pick.
Nice hook onto Harmonica, and with no flash, is just gone.
Yeah, I mean, really nice pickup here, and it looks like they're going to be trying to get... I mean, they have full control for this 3rd Drake, but they're looking for more.
Oh, nice ultimate there by Joker to actually save Hoshi from that Blitzcrank hook. Jackie has been hitting him recently. Keep bot. Hypnotic.
We're actually going to keep looking.
Hypnotic and Stunna could be
Stunna
in
might
trouble.
Be a little bit in trouble here, yeah.
Yeah, both of them, as Jared's is on the way now. Stunna's going to get stunned up, fleed away, and will go down here. But watch the Karthus damage from the Grave. Bullet time over the top. As the Rec Room does so much damage, but Paneer gets the 1,000 gold shutdown on to Hypnotic Scruff. This bottom lane tower is going to fall, and
but it looks like they're
going to get on their soul point.
Yeah, and they're trying to trade top side, but doesn't looks like they're able to get the Herald there in return at least. But yeah, I mean, Stunna almost takes down everyone, just to like a sliver of health on most. But you know, they're just getting a little bit too far caught out. They tried to get that bot tower, but a good rotation from TA Tropics is able to shut them down. So yeah, actually really well played from them, and I mean, this game's looking pretty good for them now that they're on their soul point. They've evened up the gold lead, and now this Callista, this Pike, they're really going to start to fall off in a second. Of course, you got the really heavy scaling on the side of the Fiddlesticks and the Misfortune. If they can keep, you know, it's really all on Stunna to see if he can carry this one out. for Omega. So we'll see if Tropics are able to, you know, get the 1,000 gold shutdown. They can keep, you know, it's really all on Stunna to see if he can carry this one out for Omega. So we'll see if Tropics are able to, you know, play around this Karthus and get him shut down, then they might have a chance to bring this to a game 3.
Yeah, and for the first time this series, TA Tropics in the gold lead right now. After that play, sitting on a Mountain Soul point. That's going to feel nice into the Karthus, but Jackie Moon getting hooked over the wall, has to flash away.
Scruff going
Will
in,
find
though.
the hook back onto Scruff, who's taken quite low.
Bullet time's not available yet, but Monix goes in.
Cosmic Radiance is going to buy some time as Joker's going to get slowed, but ooh, that's a hostile takeover. Pretty large. There's Coffee Black
Flash in
all
from
taken to the
Coffee Black.
backside. Joker's taken pretty low. Silence will go down as Harmonica God into the Frozen Tomb is going to fall as well here in 3 for 0. Jared's finds the third on the backside of the fight. TA Tropics are winning the team fight.
Is this gonna be it? Is this a TA Tropics Baron?
I think so.
Or if you asked me if they were getting a Baron at the beginning of the series, I would not believe you. So, I mean, yeah, they're making it happen. Attempted a miracle upset. The Requiem comes out. Jackie Moon's actually probably gonna fall here. But
The burn. Oh, what is
oh
he?
my god.
He lives. Monix back here now.
Stunna's
Hypnotic
walking
Scruff-
in by himself.
Oh my gosh, Hypnotic Scruff ticket's so low. It's Stunna
Stunna,
and Jared.
where are you going?
Power. Does he have the damage to take it down? Jared's is going to fall, but Stunna is going to
the
find
shutdown.
2 on the backside. Look at Harmonica God with the TP coming in as Monix now does not take that claw, but is in the middle of 4. Will fall there to the death from below. And they're trying to find Paneer, but I don't think they're going to get him. Oh, he canceled this recall. Jackie Mood now.
Gotta be careful. Stunna and Scruff were able to shut down that Baron tick, by themselves. It looked a little bit weird. Normally on Karthus, you're not going to be the one that wants to walk up 1v5, but he's able to get a lot of damage down with the ulti with the passive, and Scruff's able to clean it up. And yeah, now that Dorado all came off their respawns, Baron's denied, and they're not giving up on this game so easily.
Definitely not here. I mean, and just looking at the gold now, Dorado's back up about 2K. But with this Mountain Soul coming up in about 2 minutes for TA Tropics, you have to imagine they're going to be setting their sights towards this bottom side river.
Yeah, still looking at a soul here for TA Tropics. If they can pick up that Mountain Soul, it's a really important thing to have, especially against this first strike Karthus, who wants to be ulting at the beginning of these team fights, getting them chunked out. If you can block a lot of that damage, that's still really good. And this game's still neck and neck, and they have a pick.
Look! Scruff, is he going to fall? No, he won't. Hostile takeover is pretty big, and Monix is caught in the front line, but a nice devour from Jared's bullet time.
Time's on everybody.
Gets everyone, but does not find any kills yet.
Both teams just scrapping it out in the jungle. No one falls. There's so much healing coming out from the Taric onto the Pike there, kept him alive, and I mean, yeah, now with the bullet time down. Oh, look at the fiddlesticks!
In the back! Gets an ultimate ult to 5 members, goes golden. Joker's taking pretty low as Jared's fighting Hoshi in the back line. Will find that kill there as they're diving in. Hypnotic Scruff taking pretty low as Requiem over the top. How much damage does this Karthus have? Monix has to use the ultimate defensively here as Joker's cleansing
Joker's
out of
alive.
fear. Joker lives as now it's just Jared's in the back lines and it's 2 for 2 again. These fights are so close, but
It
no
looks
ultimate.
so good for TA Tropics. A massive ulti from Coffee Black, but just not the follow-up to finish them all off. And now, so much healing from the side of Omega. They have control. It looks like they might be able to get control over this dragon. They're going to be looking to deny this soul. And, I mean, you have to imagine, if you're TA Tropics, kind of wanted the fight to go better than that, because, I mean, how much better is it going to be than a Fiddlesticks ulti like that?
Yeah, I definitely would have expected that to be a bit more winning in TA Tropics' favor, but they are still down 2,000 gold. Dragon spawning in 10 seconds. We'll have to see, as you know, it's going to be a 5v5 here. Jared's has the TPing into this bot lane.
Brostorm is up again. Bullet time is up now as well.
Oh, Joker. Oh, Joker's in trouble here. He's going to get collapsed on by the TP, and Joker falls.
Joker
right
is
before the soul.
Joker is caught out. And Monix, he snuck in.
Oh,
Huge flank.
Look at Monix into the backline. Hostile takeover hits the entire team. Cancels the bullet time. Oh my gosh, Harmonica God is in the middle of 4 now. He should fall. But Coffee Black goes golden, buying some time. Hypnotic Scruff's going to find the kill there. as Monix flashing forward takes down Stunna. Hook again. Does Jackie Moon miss? No. As Hypnotic Scruff trying to run away. Gonna not find the knockup, goes back in, but will fall as the shutdown goes to Paneer.
An absolutely massive fight for Tropics. Joker caught in no man's land. A great teleport by Jared is able to cut him off, and Hadio's, well, able to sneak in. The Fiddlesticks ulti comes down. A really good hostile takeover is what stopped that from just turning massively into Tropics' favor.
Yeah, I mean, it canceled the bullet time ulti. I mean, it canceled bullet time frame 1 pretty much.
Yeah, you have to imagine if they had a little bit more damage on top of that Fiddlesticks ulti, that would have been a wrap there for them, but that's soul for Tropics. That's really big here. And they're going to be able to shake off a lot more of that Karthus damage now, and 14, 3, and 8 on the Misfortune, showing Joker how it's done.
Absolutely there. Paneer feeling good about this MF pick right now, feeling so strong, and most definitely the richest person on TA Tropics here by about 3,000 gold if we are making the direct comparison. So you know that if Paneer falls, the game becomes quite harder for TA Tropics to play.
I mean, I'm surprised to see this stopwatch. It looks like it's getting... I'm a fan of stopwatch, but it looks like it's getting built into the Zanya's Hourglass, so I'm going to be interested to see how they use that, whether to shake off some of the Karthus damage, or in case he gets dove on by Scruff. Of course, MF has some AP scalings, but they're really not quite as good as some of the AD ones. I would have liked to see maybe something like a Guardian Angel instead, but... I mean, he's still looking pretty set. I mean, when you're this far ahead, you can build whatever you want, and it'll still look pretty good, so...
Yeah, now everyone's up towards this Baron here. You know we're going to get another explosive team fight when the neutral objective is up and everyone's huddling around it. TH's trying to find vision, trying to gain control in this topside river.
Now, if TA, they kind of want to try to coax Dorado Gaming into this choke point, into this river, because they have so much of this engage over
Jackie?
the wall. Oh, huge
hook on the Hoshi. Nice usage of the ultimates here as Cosmic Radiance is going to buy a lot of time as Stun is in the back line. Stun
Oh, huge
on
stun.
to Paneer as the ultimate does not find execute play, but Paneer goes gold and he will fall. Joker trying to find the damage on the backside as he's kiting away, but now it's Coffee Black in the middle of the entire team. Monix has no mana, a triple kill for Stunna. Monix goes golden, but only delays the inevitable as a 4-for-0 comes through from Dorado.
A disaster team fight from Tropics. That is not how you want to play it. Tarek's just able to get in the fight, the Cosmic Radiance onto the back line, and Paneer falls. Fiddlestick's not able to find anybody with his ultimate. And now Dorado Gaming is pushing for an end here.
Jared's gets caught as well here, and Jared's is going to also go down. The ace for Omega, and they're looking to take this mid inhib. Paneer's going to respawn now 5 seconds on Coffee, so they can't really push farther than that.
Jared's J was able to buy enough time, but it looks like they're just going to be heading back. Oh, look. Are they going to be able to get anything off of this?
I think they can kill Harmonica God here. Maybe.
Yep,
maybe,
Harmonica
yep.
God does fall.
Jackie Boone looking for another hook. Oh, doesn't find it though. As Scruff and Hoshi are able to run for the hills, but you know, still Baron is spawned now. No top laners for a little bit on each of these teams. Flash forward from Jackie. That was a heat check right there if I've ever seen one.
He was feeling it for a moment there, but not quite able to find the pick. You know, he has the Hex Flash available, so he's just trying to get his Hex Flash back. I can respect the move. And now with their tempo, Tropics are going to try and rush the Baron down here. Unfortunately, their Baron damage is so slow.
Yeah, it's
And
a bit unfortunate.
You have to imagine, I mean, Harmonica God has the TP. Dorado Gaming are definitely going to want to fight this, and here he comes.
Here we go, Stunna. Caught in the
Stunna's
front
running
line.
in.
Stunna's running in. Bullet time over the top. Hostile takeover does not cancel it as the shutdowns come through. Over the top, Requiem's doing a lot of damage. Paneer is going to get stunned up. Nice devour from Jared's. But it's still 3v3 knock up onto Paneer. Paneer's in the middle of 3, and Jared's cannot keep him alive. So Joker's going to find the kill there, and the Baron successfully stopped in a team fight victory for Dorado.
Yeah, Stunna in the front line, just like, you know, just take me alive. I'll die, let the passive do the work, and my team will team will mess you up. So yeah, I mean, Tropics trying to find the window on the Baron, but the MF not really there with the DPS, and of course no one else is on Tropics either, so they just did not have the time to do that, and Omega find exactly what they want. They're able to stall off the Baron and keep pushing for the win.
Yeah, and 5,000 gold lead for Omega again here. Gold is back in their favor pretty significantly, I would say, at this point, as Baron's still on the table. You know that that's going to continue to be this fighting point until this Elder Dragon spawns in 1 minute. So I'd imagine that this next fight's going to be right there.
The directed cam, panning over to Coffee Black just in time to see him completely screw up the double camp. I guess, I don't know, head back to practice tool XD.
Yeah, it knew. The camera knew.
The camera knew it was going to happen. I mean, that's just rough. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of surprised to see this Joker 4th item, Spirit Visage. You know, it's kind of been he's been trolling a little bit, playing a little bit less disciplined than he might usually. And you know, with the tank items, it's just making it so much harder for him to just get picked off by that Fiddlesticks and by that Lissandra.
Yeah, I think I would have liked Maw better, but you know.
Well, you can't really build Maw on Callisto once you have the shield though.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the only
right.
drawback. I don't think it's too bad. I mean, he knows that he just is not the carry on his team. He does not really need to do any damage, and doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to get just caught and die again.
Here we go. Shirelia's in hook.
Oh,
onto
big
Stunna.
hook.
Cosmic Radiance does
Stunna
not
falls.
go down. Stunna goes down, but that's a huge hostile takeover. Crowstorm in the back lines as Mike's going to go golden. Everyone's living for the time being, but Harmonica
Bullet time is still available.
Bullet time. There it is. Joker getting hooked back in. He's going to fall as well. It's a 3-for-1 so far in favor as Monix goes down, trading it back. It's just Scruff left now in the 1v3. As we'll see if TA Tropics can find anything.
Elder is up now. Will he be heading over for it?
Super minions are in the base of TA Tropics. That's why Jared's going to back, and the bottom lane is just going to go bot and try and take this tier 2.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to take the reward of bot lane tier 2, but Scruff heading ways down there. Is he going to try something?
He might look for it here. Paneer does have the Zonias completed, though, so you have to keep that in mind. Scruff has the GA.
Yeah, it looks like they'll just pick up the reward of the bot tier 2. Elder's still up. Baron is still up. Full build here. Once this Misfortune gets a recall off, and yeah, we'll have to see if she's really able to pull it out. 19, 5, and 10 for sure. The MVP of this game for Tropics so far. Goes for an Axiom Arc.
Oh, yeah,
That is something that I was not expecting to see. I guess the idea is you get one ult off at the beginning and maybe one ult off on the last person at the very end. I'm not too sure, but
Elder
Jackie
Dragon.
Moon just going straight in.
Elder Dragon started up here, and we'll see. Look at the hostile takeover. Dodged out by Monix into the backline. Cosmic Radiance is going to hit onto 3 members of Jackie Moon.
Oh, but look at the Fiddlesticks.
Go down. Fiddlesticks ultimate into the backlines as Scruff is taken low, but the Devourer.
Paneer's got to help out.
Where's
Bullet time.
Paneer? Look at the bullet time. So much damage, but Harmonica's not going to fall. Paneer flashing forward. Does he have the damage onto Hoshi? But no, the Requiem over the top is going to take him down, and disaster strikes for TA Tropics as they get 5-for-1. That
was so unfortunate there. The Cosmic Radiance able to completely stifle the engage from Monix. Paneer getting zoned off most of that team fight despite such a big Fiddlesticks ulti there. We'll see it again. Nice hook to start it off onto Joker, but the rest of TA Tropics just wasn't there. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's just a 3v5 without any damage having been done yet. A really big Crow Storm, but, I mean, once they're able to get on top of Paneer here, he's able to burn 1 GA, but the side of Dorado is just too healthy, and of course, this Tarth is, at this point in the game, doing unholy amounts of damage. Yeah, absolutely, and with that team fight victory now, Dorado Gaming Omega is going to be wearing the Elder Dragon buff for the next minute and a half or so, and we'll look to close this game out with one more big team fight. Yeah, I mean, if they're able to find it, looks like both teams posturing towards the Baron here. Of course, Dorado Gaming picked up that Elder, and full build Karthus with the Elder, with the rank 3 ultimate, this guy stings.
Yeah,
They're
it's
just gonna
Sultan's
start it
on
up
Dark
here.
Seal, so no Mage Eyes, but the death cap is in, and the Baron is melting here. 5k already, 4k.
Oh
Wait, did
no,
he
the
troll?
Fiddlesticks.
He trolled the Fiddlesticks ultimate, but look at the bullseye flashing over the wall. Stunner should go down. No, the Cosmic Radiance is true. Requiem over the top is going to do a lot of damage. Joker gets dodges out of the hook, rather, as Harmonica God gets pulled in. The damage is not there from TA Tropics, as Paneer has to run to the hills now. The last member standing, gonna get hooked, gonna get taken down. And with the Baron and the Elder Dragon, Dorado Gaming Omega is gonna end this game.
It looked so good for Tropics. They were able to get the Mountain Soul. They were able to get the kills onto that Misfortune. But when it mattered, Dorado Gaming Omega just a step ahead in execution, playing the fights better, making the comeback happen. And they will be able to close out this series 2-0. Maybe not as clean as they would have liked it. An absolutely bloodbath of a game. Just, what, 77 kills here in 36 minutes. But, yeah, the Nexus will fall. TA just can only watch their kingdom crumble.
Absolutely, and Dorado Gaming Omega takes the series in 2-0 fashion. You know, that was a pretty interesting team composition that we saw from that one. But, you know, nonetheless, end up victorious. And, you know, TA Tropics played a lot better in game number 2 than they did in game number 1.
Yeah, I mean, I like to see, you know, the signs of life from them. I really liked how Hadio Monix was moving around the map, trying to get his lanes ahead. He had some really good moments there. Coffee Black as well with the Fiddlesticks had a few great moments there, especially in the early game. So really well played on that part. I mean, they weren't able to close it out in the end. But, you know, signs of life from this team pretty late into the season. You know, they've got not the toughest schedule ahead of them. It looks like in week 6, they're going to be playing against the Undying Tyrants and then finishing it out with a game against TDR. If they can pick up a few more wins, they might have a chance to sneak into playoffs here. But, I mean, yeah, at this point, it's looking rough for them. 0-5 now. For this team at this season. Looking for their first win still, but yeah, Dorado increased the record 5-0 for them. You know, a great run. They're going to try and see if they can go undefeated. And of course, the big headliner match, week 7, ID Frozen versus Dorado Gaming Omega. They're going to be working towards that. So, yeah, it's going to be fun for sure.
All right, we are going to take a short break, and we will be back soon with an interview from one of the players of Dorado Gaming Omega. So don't go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss it. And we are back with the Dorado Gaming Omega support, Hoshiyumi. Congratulations on the 2-0, first of all.
Thank you.
So yeah, I mean, how did you guys feel about that series, I guess, just overall?
I think we felt pretty good. Games went exactly as we expected, exactly how we drew them up. So no problems there.
course.
We had stuff that we wanted to work on, and I think we worked on it a little bit.
Yeah, so coming into this game, of course, being 4-0, you're looking to try and make the undefeated run in groups, and TA Tropics looking for their first win. And you guys were able to pull out a statement victory. So, what were some of your thoughts, goals trying to come into this series for this week? And, what message are you going to be trying to send to these teams you're playing in the next couple?
I think my goal with my team is just trying to keep them motivated. I think a lot of these games don't really matter, and I know that everybody on my team thinks that we're gonna make a deep playoff run, right? At least that's the expectation. So just trying to keep them motivated, and that's how you end up with drafts like the ones in game 2, right? So, um, yeah, that's pretty much it.
So, yeah, game 1, total stop from, beginning to end. And I guess that was sort of your standard play, kind of try hard look in that game. Coming into game 2, um, what were things feeling like? What were you kind of going for?
So game 1s, at least for us, we like to fill teams out, and we felt like we could do kind of whatever we wanted. So the team was like, all right, let's just for fun game 2 and see what we can do. Some of those picks aren't like super troll. Like the Tarek top is something that we have experimented with a little bit. So yeah, I think we felt them out a little bit. We felt like we could do kind of what we wanted. I think they are actually not too bad. Like in game 2, they played really hard around bot and they made some really nice plays. So kudos to them.
Yeah, were there any points in that game where you're like, damn, we're kind of throwing, like, maybe we could actually drop this game here? Was it just confidence all the way through?
Nah, not at all. I'm sure you guys have watched plenty of Dorado games, and that's kind of what we do. We like putting on a show for the stream, so that's kind of what we did.
Absolutely. So, looking past these next couple of games, because at this point, playoffs, I believe, is locked for you guys. So, looking ahead into playoffs, what do you think you guys are going to be doing to prepare, try and make that deep run you guys are looking for?
So for us, for preparation, I think we're going to start playing a little bit more Valorant. I think we'll start playing a little bit more Tarkov, and then if we feel like a team can put up some competition, then we might scrim a little bit more. I don't know. We'll see.
Awesome. A lot of confidence coming from you guys. I'm glad to see it. I'm really excited to watch some of your games, and yeah, that's all there is from me. Is there anyone on your team who you'd like to give the MVP for today for bringing home this 2-0?
Let me see. For sure, not my mid laner. That guy only plays for kills, so fuck him. I think if I had to give it to somebody, probably my top laner, Harmonica God. He kind of just plays whatever we put him on. I feel kind of bad, but he said he had fun in game 2, so he's my MVP for sure.
Yeah, and he was doing some unholy things to the enemy team in game 1 as well. So that was a lot of fun to watch. A lot of you guys are super aggressive, so always fun to cast y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll throw it back to you, right, Chance?
And with that, that is going to conclude our stream for today. Dorado Gaming Omega taking it into O fashion and securing their spot at the top of the standings here. I've been Rychance, joined by Glacial. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. Have a good rest of your week and weekend, and we'll see you guys next week for some more CCS plat action.